All right, man. So, what would you say to artists who depend on going viral versus incorporating actual music marketing?
They're just solely depending on going viral.
Yeah.
Okay. I think a lot of people have that mindset because it's easy. It looks easier than building the business. So
Yeah.
that's why there are still millions of people who play the lottery
Yeah.
versus, I don't know if you guys play the lottery, but there's still millions of people who play the lottery. I got buddies that play the lottery, so
Yeah.
it's not a total knock. But then trying to build a business, because that takes longer. It takes longer, and like it's still hard too. So it's still hard to build a business, and it takes longer. So it's just appealing. Like, oh, if I could just go viral, then that would like solve all my problems in people's minds.
Right.
But one, if you, let's say you had the marketing structure in place first, and then you went viral. So you'd make a lot more money. And what I mean by that, let's say that you did have your merch line built, and you did have your website all done, and you had it optimized to get emails for people who visited it, and you had like an email automation set up that like would convert them into buyers down the line. Like, let's say you did have all that set up, and then the traffic came. You're way better off because you set up the system before the traffic came versus like all that traffic comes, and yeah, it's nice that all the traffic came, but like you could have optimized it more.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Like, whenever you have a system in place, you're better off. Another thing about just trying to go viral is it's more volatile, right? So it's kind of like the difference between playing single stocks and trying to go with like a mutual fund or something like that. Like, it's more boring to go with a mutual fund or like an exchange traded fund or something like that. Whereas like you could put it all on Bitcoin, like,
Facts.
man, just swing for those fences. Like, I'm all in.
Yeah.
But you could get your butt handed to you that way too.
True.
Right?
Yeah, true.
So whenever you have your system in place, I wouldn't see that as boring. I'd say that as wise in this case.
Yes.
Right? So a lot of artists will just think like, I can just put it all into this, and if it doesn't work, then it's not working. And I understand that because it can be frustrating. Like, if you've been trying at it for like a decade, like 2 decades or 3 decades, then you just think like, oh man, if I could just go viral, like that's going to solve all my problems.
Yeah.
But there's also a reason why some people who win the lottery go broke afterwards, because they didn't prepare themselves
100%
to handle the level of responsibility that they needed to sustain that traffic or that wealth. Right. So when you have the responsibility to handle it, then you get to enjoy those fruits for longer.
Yeah.
Right. So let's say that there's a reason why people want to give their money to big companies like Microsoft or Apple or whatever, because they have a track record of handling the money well. Like, if they just got all that wealth and then they just blew it all, like you just blew everything.
Right.
All your employees are now jobless, and like you are bankrupt, and like this is all bad, right?
Yeah,
all bad. But whenever you have a strategy in place, you have a system in place, and you can just pour fuel on that fire,
right,
then you're good to go. That's why
100%.
You'll see Shark Tank episodes where they ask for sales.
Yeah,
they just want to pour fuel on the fire.
Exactly.
That's what they want to do.
Exactly.
So don't just try to go viral.
Facts.
Like, yeah, you can look at we did a couple of videos. I don't know if it comes out before or after this, but about like how best to have your content go viral, but don't have that be your end all be all.
Yes.
Like, incorporate that into your strategy. Maybe you're like, yes, you want to go viral. That'd be nice to just get some free extra traffic. But don't have it be the end all be all.
Yeah, that's good. Makes sense.